the time, man. We're gonna get here. Y'all staying over here, man. We're gonna get the
I think we should be catching seats, man.
If y'all, well, I gotta stood up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna flow. Okay. I don't know exactly who's gonna be coming in, so okay. You know what I mean? Let's just plus with the seats, man. I get all comfortable. You know, we get comfortable. Right. Oh, Drift is on it right now.
Okay.
Peace, Drift. Peace. We just got done with the show.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we're talking about women submitting. We had some great people that chimed in. Mm-hmm. Women are looking for a good man. They're looking for not only a good man, they're looking for an alpha male.
Let me tell you something, yo. When you come in the house, baby girl, better be ready to kiss my feet.
Hey, but one thing that was said when we got out, yeah, he's joking.
Okay.
But one thing that was said when we got out, and even though he's joking, I feel like there's a lot of brothers that think this.
Right.
So I'm not going to mention who the brother was, but he joked around and said, look, you find yourself a white woman, you don't never have to deal with that. Yeah. And I feel like there's a lot of brothers that believe that. That's why they be choosing to do some, you know what I'm saying? To do that. You know what I mean? Instead of becoming the man that they need to become for that woman, for that black woman, they end up saying, you know what? I could probably do this with a white girl or a really much younger girl.
Right.
Sometimes even the younger girl are the ones they choose because they feel like they could mold them and control them, you know what I'm saying? Right. Instead of just being the man they gotta be.
Right. Exactly.
So even though he's joking, I feel like there's some truth to that.
Right. Well, that's the thing is where you have to lead yourself. And as long as you lead yourself, then you'll have the capability to lead a relationship.
Right.
I used to, my whole philosophy is the man is like a mountain, he's hard as a rock, and the woman is like the glue, she's soft and nurturing. So as long as you can be masculine, the more masculine you are, the more feminine she's going to be. I have this concept called the LRS triangle, and that stands for love, respect, and strength. It's like a triangle. Love on one side, respect on the other, and strength is the foundation. If you don't have strength as a man, that's going to collapse, and the respect and love is just going to collapse on top of that. So us as men, you got to have strength. That should be your purpose, your strength, which is committed to your purpose and being a great provider and just doing what you passionately love doing. Don't be a cupcake brother. Don't be soft and
beta
and just follow
beta male.
Because whenever you allow the woman to become the head, she'll start to lose respect for you. If she loses, and respect to men is like love. That's the way you show, the love to a man is respecting him. And if a woman can't respect you, brother, then she can't love you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yo, go ahead, brother.
The best leaders are the best followers. You know what I mean? As men, you gotta understand. We gotta understand that we gotta understand. We recognize that women are coming with their own set of wisdom that the Most High blessed them with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or how, for those that believe in the universe or whatever the case may be, they have wisdom of themselves. You know what I mean? That is purposeful in this world, in the whole institution of the whole world, like how the world works, how it operates. Right. You know what I mean? You can't have one without the other operating. If one without the other, it's unbalanced.
Right. It is.
You know what I mean? So the best leaders are followers. A man would be a fool to deal with every situation as you listening to me and yo. This is what I said,
one thing that Steve Driffin said.
Get that woman's wisdom.
Salute to Steve Driffin, who just said, but men. He said, but men need to know the definition of strength. And I think this is where we gotta talk about the toxic masculinity.
Yeah, we have to talk about
That's where I'm all for celebrating the healthy masculinity and not demonizing masculinity as a whole. But because of the toxic ways that men have been adopting masculinity and the patriarchy and the way they show it in society, this is where I believe brothers do not get the understanding of strength. So they don't step to sisters with that demeanor. They step with the demeanor that most sisters are like, nah, that's not what I want.
Strength is like knowing where you're going. It's having a purpose in your life. It's going out there to be the best version of yourself. Strength is being respectful. Strength is being supportive. That's like masculinity. You know what I'm saying? It's being comfortable with being a risk taker. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want to do in life, the moment you start being a risk taker, things will start opening up for you. If you don't like your 9-to-5 job and you really want to be an entrepreneur, you take a risk to do that. That's part of strength. And back to your aspect, what you're saying, a brother that's controlling or manipulative or barking orders, that's not a man that a woman should submit to. Those are brothers that go into that mindset of the toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
That's a brother that's the complete opposite. That's a brother that's arrogant. That's a brother that's abusive. That's a brother that don't take any input from his queen in order to make the best decision. Because as I said, it work as a unit. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we have to get into this mindset.
It's humility, man. Strength is humility. That's to me, that's a good word to use when you talk about strength. Because what humility encompasses is everything. It takes strength to be a humble person. To say, you know what, I'm actually gonna sit up here and what she said makes perfect sense. So I don't even gotta add nothing to it. So I'm just gonna roll with what she said, and that's how we gonna move.
So to that point of strength being humility, does that mean then that if a man chooses to say, hey, look, baby, you got your career going, you're doing your thing, we got kids, I'm gonna hold down the house, and I'm gonna take care of all this, you know what I'm saying? You the breadwinner. A lot of times for even women, that's associated with being not being manly,
right,
not being the leader. So in that sense,
you can't separate the two, because it's not about masculinity is not about making more money. Right. It's about working as a unit. So a unit means as a whole. If you and that person is exclusive, you come together as a whole. She can make tons of money, and you can still be doing your thing, being diligent, your work, and your passion. But at the end of the day, she's still going to get your input and trust your decision-making capability to guide it in the right direction.
Right.
It's sort of like you and her have this big pot of money, and even though she makes more money, you make more money, you put that together, and that's your money. And at the end of the day, he's still leading, and she has to trust his decision-making ability to guide it in the right direction.
I can't stress it enough, because the show we just did was amazing. If y'all did not hear the show we just did, make sure we got great call-ins. We talked about a lot of great stuff. But what I have to bring it back to, and this is something that Rem brought to light, is that bottom line, men, we have to know our purpose.
That's so real
before we try to be a husband, before we try to be a boyfriend, we have to know our purpose.
That's the first thing.
Other than that, we will always be looking to the woman to either fulfill our purpose.
Right.
We'll be looking to the woman to see, did you feed me the way I wanted you to feed me? As opposed to knowing your purpose. It's like the way you see life, the way you see love and relationships when you're on your job, when you're on your purpose. Right. I don't mean your purpose economically. I don't mean I'm talking about your passion, your spiritual purpose of you knowing why you're living and how you're living and why and what you're doing.
That should be before your relationship.
That should be before anything.
Right. See, and that what that translates to, Jay, is definitely what you're saying, right? Because I bring it back to what you said. She's making the money, right? And a lot of women will look at a brother that might stay home with the kids, whatever, and they feel like maybe that's not manly or whatever, right? But if that man is staying at home, I'll put it to you like this. She could be making all the money. If you're staying at home with the kids, I'm just saying this as a man to other men, then he should be taking the relationship with those kids and those kids up to another level.
Right.
A woman's still gonna look at that critically. It's like, is he staying at home? And
you can't just be at home doing the bare.
Right.
Like you should be playing that role in such a beautiful way. Right. Home should feel cleansed when you walk in.
It not only cleansed, it should be at least because in that role that man is assuming that role of the ultimate teacher.
Yeah.
So he should be still leading the family in education,
in spirit, and all that. Absolutely,
taking it to another level.
So something that Dawn Dava, we did talk about this on the show. She said, "Not all men are fit to lead. Give us something to submit to," and I agree with you. Here's the only thing I say about that. A lot of times with women who do say that, and I'm not saying this is you, Dawn, but a lot of women who do say that already have a bias that men are dogs, men are this.
Gotta open your mind.
And so when they approach the situation and they meet the man, the smallest, the slightest thing that somehow triggers them to say, "Oh, see, that
disqualifying
that it disqualifies them." You know what I'm saying? And it might be a really good brother. So just make sure that when a man approaches you, or when you're even thinking about a man that you're not automatically excluding him before he even gets a chance.
Don't have a checklist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or he's 10 feet tall, or you just go to church. Check. Oh, he's not my man.
Right.
You gotta be open. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at the character. Character should always be the forefront before money, before status, before popularity. The character should always be the forefront.
Character is priceless. And a lot of people don't realize that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Character is truly priceless. I mean, to be honest with you, right? Because we're all caught up in this economic thing here in America.
True.
So some people's circumstances of life got them at a disadvantage right now economically.
Right.
Some people's circumstances of life got them ahead economically at life, right?
Exactly.
This is why character is important. Because if you live in a hovel or you live in a mansion, when you come home to that man, if he's beating your ass,
that's poor character.
Do it matter whether you live in a mansion so you got your ass whooped on a hardwood floor or you got your ass whooped on some marble. He's still breaking you off. It's not right. If you live in a hovel, you deal with the right man, and a right man and woman together can make that hovel that you live in feel like a mansion.
Dawn Davis said, everyone has a checklist. You have to be flexible with it, and character goes at the top of that checklist. Right. So great. Cherie Baldwin, salute to you. Great show. Betty Cordero, you need to make this a series. There's so many levels and depths of this subject.
That's what's up.
If you want to just talk about DBDS University, because this is kind of a series that's going on, right?
Yes. Well, listen, DBDS University will be coming out in the middle of October towards the end, where we're going to be teaching relationship principles and the sociology to relationships. When I was young, I didn't have that teaching. I didn't have a strong father figure to teach me the ropes. I had to learn by trial and error. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's pretty good to understand your values, what is your core, what things you will not tolerate with, non-negotiable. Like, for example, I brought up, I don't like a woman that, before I got married, that went out clubbing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. I cannot stand a woman that liked to wear the pants in a relationship and cursing and using excessive profanity, no matter how good she looked. Those were my moral codes. They were non-negotiable. But then my preference, you know what I'm saying? As long as that woman was nurturing, kind, whatsoever, then I'll open up a little bit more and I'll pursue her a little bit more, as long as the attraction level is being mutual and it's showing back and forth. So that's going to be a really good, and listen, you guys should come out with a series as well to teach, because you brothers be breaking it down. But listen, DBDSU, make sure we're going to be making announcements soon. We need to get back to sustaining strong relationships, because in this world today, everything is so reversal.
So DBDSU is coming out. Steve Driffin asked, where is this held? Bink B, what's good, brother? He said all men are not fit to lead the relationships. Some men and a lot of men, leaders, have that queen that helps them think, decide, and lead. There are so many women that actually are the leader, but people will see that man as the face that's leading. So true. So true. Yeah. And again, because when a man knows his purpose and his path, when a man knows his purpose, the woman, he knows the wisdom of that woman. You don't know, when I didn't know my purpose, it was whatever thought we had a fatty that I was like, all right, cool. That's, I'm a rock with her. I didn't really know my purpose. When I knew my purpose, I knew that, okay, this woman's good, not because of nothing else, but the fact that she is feeding me. She's adding to me.
But she's nurturing you.
She's nurturing me.
She's nurturing you. She's giving you some sound advice.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, you as the man make that decision based on what she stated. Like I said, they work hand in hand. Man is in control of things. Women are in charge of things. The unit, she inspires that man to become a better man, and he aspires her to become a better woman. So it still works as one unit.
And while we're having these conversations and going in depth, man, what I would greatly encourage.
It's true, Holly. Every thought.
But yeah,
she was like,
she said every thought.
I was.
Look, what I would encourage if once a month, some brothers, if we could get together, man, and find a way to start teaching our young men how to embody some of these things.
And these young girls.
No,
I hear you. I'm just saying.
But if we start building it first, you're right. First, but it has to be the men. Let's start building with some queens that are equivalent in the way of thinking that we are, and they can start teaching some of our young sisters, and then we could do the mix match thing, where we could start. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying the men, because for the most part, we are supposed to be the leaders, and make no mistakes. I know I'm not perfect, and I know with some things that my brothers could pull my coat to and say, well, Rem, maybe try doing this way, or whatever the case they be.
You're a risk taker.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like.
But the thing is you know your purpose.
You know your
regardless
purpose.
of
That's why
what,
you're a leader.
you know your purpose. So when it comes down to the moral code, you're gonna stay faithful. You're gonna stay focused. You're gonna try to step up more because you know your purpose.
That's it.
I'm saying, Jay and you, I'm sure you came across brothers that I call them I'm about to brothers. You came across brothers that say, yo, I'm about to do this, and they'll follow you. I'm about to.
Those are the same brothers that say, yo, I'm gonna hit you up.
Those are brothers that's not leaders. Those are the ones that called in the show stating that they keep on coming across to the guys on the bicycle. They just don't have a purpose in life.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, once you have that purpose, that just opens the floodgate to make you more of a masculine man.
Right.
Even if you fail at doing something, you take that as a lesson to be like, you know, I'm gonna do something entirely different. You know
Absolutely,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
That's all.
And ladies, when you meet a brother, if he stand like this, if he stand like this, yo, check. If when you meet him, if he standing like this, and when you first meet him, he start clapping while he talking to you.
Oh,
like
it's some,
you might
he on some bullshit.
You might want to
He on some bullshit.
You might want to stay a little clear.
Or if he's like, peace, love. You know what I'm saying?
And please, females, please
You know what I mean?
stop sleeping with these brothers that state like, listen, I got trust issues. But he's not, you know, he's too eager to come over to your house late night visits, and he's digging you out, but all he's saying like, I got trust issues. Red flag, if he's doing his thing with you, smashing your chocolate chip cookies for 5 months, and no point of the relationship aspect came up, more than likely he's not going to commit to you.
And more than likely, if a man keep telling you he got trust issues, he got trust issues with himself. He don't trust himself.
And with his mother.
So recognize that.
And with his mother. A lot of these dudes got mommy and daddy issues. And they haven't gotten over that. You know what I mean? We got to close out now. Again, DBDS let's keep this going. Please go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, share it, you know what I'm saying? And support independent media. We're going to be at Gulf Street Park for the Peace Rally this afternoon. All right, Rem and I, moving target. All right, peace, y'all. Love y'all.